Everyone says the market is unpredictable. That's not true. The market moves by rules. It has patterns, history, logic that repeats itself. That's why technical analysis exists in the first place, because the market is predictable enough to make money from it. The unpredictable part is you. Your decisions depend on your mood, your fatigue, your previous trade, whether you slept well or not. The market today is the same as yesterday, but you are different. And that's what destroys consistency. PocketOption AI bot solves exactly this problem. It makes your decisions as stable as the market itself. 4 trades. I'll show you how. Let me start with something most people refuse to take seriously: the idea that the market is predictable. Not in the sense that you can always guess the next candle, but in the sense that markets have stable behavioral patterns, especially specific currency pairs during specific sessions. GBP/JPY reacts to volatility differently than AUD/USD. These patterns exist, and they repeat. PocketOption AI bot understands those patterns. It works with historical data for each specific pair in each specific session under similar volatility conditions. Not general history, the behavior of this exact pair at this exact time of day, right now. On top of that, it receives platform data directly before the display layer. It sees movement 3 to 5 seconds earlier than you. And it combines live data with historical patterns instantly, without bias, without mood swings. The market is predictable for someone who reads it systematically. The bot can do that. On a good day, so can you. On a bad day, you can't. The bot can do it every day. Link in the description. Admin contact. Private system. One access. Message directly. Now let's talk about the second half of the equation, your decisions. Take any 10 trades you made in the last month. Look at them honestly. How many were made in exactly the same mental state? Same concentration, same level of pressure, same attitude towards risk? None. Because every day you are a slightly different person, and your decisions reflect that person, not the market. The exact same chart setup on Monday morning and Friday evening, you interpret differently. Not because the market changed, because you changed. That's the real source of the instability you call market unpredictability. The bot doesn't change. It analyzes the same way every time: trend, volatility, pattern, pair history, Monday morning and Friday evening, after a winning streak and after losses. Its decisions are determined by data, not emotional state. And that's why over time its results stay more stable than yours. You cannot become identical every day. That goes against human nature. But you can use a tool that stays identical all the time. Let me continue the idea. The market is predictable partly because it learns from its own history. Patterns repeat because market participants react to similar situations in similar ways over and over again. The bot does the same thing, only faster. When a trade closes in loss, I press the loss button inside the interface. The system analyzes the conditions at the signal moment: trend, volatility, pattern, session timing. It formulates an assumption about why the signal failed. Then it adds this case into the algorithm as a negative example. Next time, under similar conditions, accuracy improves. Because now the bot knows this exact configuration of data during this session with this volatility produces a weak signal. It corrected itself, became more accurate. The market is predictable because history accumulates inside it. The bot becomes predictable for the same reason, except its history accumulates over weeks of active feedback instead of years. The more you work with it, the more its patterns synchronize with the market you trade. That's what synchronization really is. Link in the description. I don't need you to go there. I'm just living it there. Last trade and the final layer of this idea. Everyone wants to understand the market, outsmart it, find a pattern others don't see. That's the wrong goal. You don't need to be smarter than the market. You need to become more like it. The market is stable in its patterns. The market doesn't emotionally react to its own previous moves. The market doesn't get tired or greedy. It simply follows its logic over and over again. The bot follows the same logic, consistently, without emotion, without fatigue. It sees data and gives a command, the same way every trade. That's what makes it effective. Not because it's smarter than the market, but because it behaves with the same consistency as the market itself. Your job is simply not to interfere with that alignment. You get a signal, you press the button. No signal, you wait. That's it. No interpretations layered on top of a system that already analyzed everything. Link in the description. Admin contact. Private system. Not searchable, free access. Direct only. Want it? Message directly. Don't? Fine. I honestly don't care. At the beginning I said, the market is predictable. You are not. Let me finish with this conclusion. If the market is predictable, then making money from it is possible. Not always, not with 100% accuracy, but systematically over time, yes. The existence of profitable traders proves that if you are unpredictable, then the problem isn't the market. The problem is that your decisions are slightly different every day, and that difference accumulates into unstable results. The solution is not becoming more disciplined, not learning more strategies. The solution is using a tool whose decisions are as stable as the market itself. PocketOption AI bot receives platform data 3 to 5 seconds before you do. It analyzes multiple factors simultaneously without your mood affecting it, learns from losses you record, and synchronizes itself with the market patterns you trade. Stays silent when conditions aren't there, speaks only when everything aligns. You don't need to be smarter than the market. You just need to stop being its opposite. See you in the next video.